Alright, so as I said before, I will be explaining like the Monika.EXE source code since there's only 3 sections to cover actually. Um, so the main and the title menu are easy for me to explain because it's really similar to Doki Doki Takeover, so it doesn't really matter. The free play was a bit of a problem for me. I will explain how I managed to figure it out. Alright, so as I will explain here, alright. So what this is they had their own image for the background. So this is just a static image. It's not multiple images, but one whole. The logo was animated, that one, and then the press enter, and then this character. So these are just moved to the side. That's all you need to know. All move to the side. They're in the right position, but just move a bit to the side, scale down, press enter. The only difference is this one, which I believe they had used a sine tween that made it infinitely go up and down, just like how Lunatic works. So if I put up Sonic.exe source code, let's see, let me put it up. Wow. Uh, okay. Okay, so I can't find it, but what they do is that they use an infinite sine wave. I'll just show the Lua version instead. Um, Let me just pull it up. So if I go to stages, then chaos chamber. Let's just zoom in. That one's simple. These ones are just adding and stuff. All right, let's just see. Okay, no, it's not in the stage file. It's in the data file. Where is it? Lunatic script. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this one. So basically, this one infinitely moves the character because sine is an infinite going up, down, up, down. That one's understandable, and all these are just helping with that. It just moves the character up and down. I believe they did the same thing with Monika.exe logo here, but it goes up and side. I'll probably do this as a remake so I can try. But then if we press enter, but this one, I couldn't actually find one that fits like for an image. There is no extra fonts. Because when I did this before, uh, yeah. So when I did this before, what I did was use the Doki Doki Takeover one instead of this one. Um, what I don't know is if they use an image or an extra text. Because when I looked through the um, files, they don't actually show. It's like if I go into assets and then shared images. Okay. Yeah, so they didn't use the images. This is the whole background as an image. So what it was an image the entire time. They added the logo. This is very similar to Doki Doki Takeover. That's all I can say. They moved the logo. They added a logo, moved it like I showed you how to do in the title menu. This one I will try to find in here. But the only thing is they don't show any fonts. Yeah. So they don't show any font, which also means that it's possible that they didn't use any of it. Alright. So either if this is an image, they had like the images either had this white one or the gray one version of these. But if it was a text, they put the text in a row, and whenever it's selected, it turns fully white, and whenever it's deselected, it's gray. I'll show you how to do both of them, but you already know how to do the first one. It's hard to explain this one, so I will probably have to show you all these. So the rest of these are normal, so if you go to main group, they're still the same. Going to options, still the same, nothing changed. And going to credits, nothing changed. Oops. But extras is different. This is what it looks like. So the thing is, I did recreate this. I could, I will put a video of the recreation in the link. It's for like one old Monika.EXE. Ignore the covers, they were bad. That's why I was remaking it with quiet. But this actually did use a different font. I don't know why I can't find it. Um, yeah, so I don't know why, but I can't find out where the fonts are, so we'll leave that out. So now the thing is, this one is multiple. Man, why does it feel like some of these parts are missing? Alright. God. Okay, found it. I found the thing. So, this book PNG is moved more to the side. So that's what this part is, right? And if we look in here, this is all the images. Ignore, I don't know why they have two of these, I guess, but anyway. So this is the first one. Then we got the second one. So it has it for every single one. Alright. Um, so it changes every time. there is a problem with the milk and cookies. So I'm gonna tell you how I managed to figure out how this works. So this was like years ago when I was on Discord, but I contacted Super Stamps, or as she goes, as I think she, yeah, she goes now Sona Roland. So when she was making this mod, there was another source coder. I managed to get in contact while I was making one of the mods that I wanted to look exactly like this. So she gave me the contact, I contacted him, and then we went through all this. And then, yeah, I made one of that mod, I'll put in the description, and it really did look similar. So what I will do is I'll open Notepad and explain to you how this thing works. I'm gonna ignore that. Okay. So basically, sorry, you have multiple songs, okay, and all your cards are named after the song. So like card named after the song. So the reason the cards are named after the song was because they wanted to make sure that instead of selecting just Monica as like a different name, so like one F for just Monica, they wanted to maybe easily implement that just Monica would have the just Monica sprite. So what they did was they made a new FLX sprite like this. Um, okay, and then we got like new FLX sprite. Then they had the X and Y coordinates. I don't remember exactly how, but this will be like thing. And then load graphics. And this is where it goes. So there's a lot of things I don't remember, but what they did was for the path name, they go cards, replay, slash cards, slash plus song name. So this is an example. So basically what this does, and then we'll just put add um add cards. Everything else is in front. So this is an example of how it was made. So basically what they did was the card is named after the song. So like example, just Monica images. Okay, we'll just do the arbitrary code execution. So this image is named arbitrary code execution, pretty simple. So what they did was that the var card would always change. So it was always put in the FLX update section. So a new FLX sprite, it's in any X or Y. I don't remember exactly where. Load graphics, this loads the image. And then free play cards slash song name. What this does is in the free play cards section, all of them have song names. So whatever the song name is selected, it's this. I will, I'm not exactly sure. It might not be song name, but it might be song name selected kind of thing. But yeah. Okay. Now this is one error that they got into, which I now know how to fix it. Now, if we go to this, let's see. So if we go to the JSON file, I'm going to go to the JSON file for the week for milk and cookies. As you can see here, yeah. What they do before is like they put the apostrophe here, so they have this, or they have this. There is errors with both of them. So let's go like this. So if you go like, oh, you wanna call song name and like, you have this song list equals too late, and then festival, So say it's like that. Okay. So when they wanted to call the name like they did for, oh, sorry, too far. All right. So they did the song name selected, but the only problem is that when you call a song name selected, it always starts with this. It's not, so like when you do this, milk and cookies, this is how it was put, right? So the only problem is that here is where it ends. This is all that's in there, and these are invalid. That's why it never worked. It's the same thing if you put it here. It's still not, it's, huh? Okay, that's weird. So this one is only thing. So basically it starts with a single apostrophe. If it's double apostrophe, it would work, but a single apostrophe meaning it would start at a single apostrophe, end at a single apostrophe. So basically all it puts is milk and then cookies is just another thing. That's the problem that they went through. They didn't actually fix it. They only put this, so maybe that's why. Yeah. So basically, personal best. That one's always been there. Yeah. So so the recreation, if we go to my old channel, this is gonna be way far back, but let's see. Man, I did make too much, didn't I? Alright, let's go back. Alright, so this is gonna be really far back. Let's see. Yeah, so here. At this time, I never actually knew how to make the outline work. It only was until later where I learned. Whoops, so they didn't actually show the... So they didn't actually show the, I didn't actually show that, okay. Would I have shown it? Nope. Have I ever showed that? I believe I haven't. So I have made it, I just don't have the idea of re-downloading it. So what I did do was basically it does work. I don't know why I didn't show it. I think like if I put the link, but anyway, I'm gonna recreate it for you guys to see. So that's all. I think this is gonna be hard to understand, so I might make another one, but I think it's better if I like show myself doing it rather than like explaining it. So for this one, I might, for when I did the done the title menu, I will first show Doki Doki Takeover, how they did it, easy enough. I will also show how to do that, like the starting screen. Like you know how like Sayori randomly pops up and says Doki Doki at the end. I'll also show how to make that. Yeah, so if this is gonna be hard to explain, so if you like it, and yeah, that's all I have to say.